Hello, viewers. I would like to welcome you to Hair and Now the Show, sponsored by JordanBeautySupply.com. I'm your host, Lorraine, and I would like to take a moment out to ask you to please click the subscribe button right below, as well as that little bell, the alert button for notifications, so that you'll be notified of future posts. Now, at this time, our topic is to relax or not to relax, and my fabulous guest, Rebecca Wilson,
Hi.
professional model as well as industry professional, along with Miss Bernita of Jordan Beauty Supply, 40 years, Black owned and operated. Now, ladies, both of you are relaxed.
Yes.
Miss Bernita, you are a relaxer for life.
I'm an advocate. Yes.
And Miss Rebecca, you travel between natural and relaxed.
I'm a flip-flopper.
You're a flip-flopper. So my question to you, Miss Rebecca, what prompts you to go natural when you do?
Well, two things prompt me to go natural when I do. Number one, I sometimes like to go with, I guess I could say, low-maintenance styles, meaning like braids, things of that nature. So when I do those things, I don't like to wear a relaxer.
Okay.
Also, industry. When I get hired to do certain gigs, they would prefer you have natural hair. So sometimes I'll do a big chop, start all over, and boom, I'm natural. But I'm relaxed today.
And it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Miss Bernita, the relaxer for life. Totally show us this. I'm creamy crack forever.
Yes, that's me. I'm the advocate.
Why do you feel that relaxers fit you so perfectly?
Because it's a lot more easier for me. I can do it quickly. I can jump in the shower and be done in an hour and out the door and totally done. Blow dry, flat iron, ready to go. So just the ability for me to take care of it myself in between relaxers, the actual application of the relaxer means so much to me. And I can be diverse by riding or doing different things to get looks that I want. But I like the easeability of maintenance.
Now, I will say Miss Bernita's hair always looks healthy. And I think that's often because sometimes I feel relaxers do get a bad rap. In fact, just to give you some background, we have went from being press and curl, which was natural, to relaxed, to the curly perm, the Jerry curl, carefree, back to relaxer, back to natural, and believe it or not, the press and comb is coming back into style.
And so is the relaxer.
And so is the relaxer. So my first question for you ladies, do you think that the relaxer did get a bad rep?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's gotten an unfair rep. I think a lot of people have equated relaxed hair to being damaged. Relaxed hair, for me, it's not equated to damage, just like non-chemically treated or natural hair doesn't equate to healthy hair.
Exactly.
So a lot has to do with in between natural and healthy, relaxed and healthy. It's the maintenance. It's how it's done. It's how it's taken care of. How are the relaxer applications done? All of that is you have to take it in consideration.
Yes.
All of this is relaxed. I mean, I've been relaxed for years, and I have healthy hair. But a lot depends on how it's maintained.
I say the same thing. A lot of times, even I tell my clients, it's a misconception about natural versus chemically treated hair. And the reason I say that is because, as she stated, it really more so depends on the maintenance at home. I tell my clients all the time, when you get chemicals or any chemical treatment for your hair, it's a commitment. You have to buy products for you to take care of your hair at home, as well as I take care of it when you come to see me as your hairstylist. So a lot of people don't take that into consideration. They don't tie their hair up at night. They have relaxer. They have cotton pillowcases that dry the hair out. And that's for both natural and chemically treated. So, absolutely, relaxer has gotten a bad reputation because of the way people take care of their hair or don't take care of their hair after they receive the service.
Now, you said something I think is wonderful. You said relaxers are on a comeback.
They are on a comeback.
They are.
What makes you think relaxers are really going to make a comeback?
Well, for starters, being in the industry, going to the hair shows, being an actual model myself, I see a lot of the advertisements beforehand. And yeah, I'm going to be on another relaxer kit box very soon. I'm not going to say which one, but yeah, they're coming back, and I'm happy about it for a number of reasons. I mean, there are tons of products that have come out that are supporting these natural hairstyles and things of that nature. But, honestly, natural is not for everyone. Everyone has different textures, and everybody can't maintain these natural hairstyles. I mean, braids are one thing, but when you try to wear your curl pattern and just show it naturally, it takes a whole lot of maintenance, a whole lot of upkeep and styling. And a lot of people are not able, nor can they afford it. So.
And I think people need to take in consideration their lifestyle.
Yes.
Not whether natural is in or I want this style right now. What's your lifestyle? If you are straightening all the time,
straightening meaning thermal straightening, flat ironing.
If you're flat ironing all the time, like we even do protective styling, and it may be a weave style, but the leave out is flat ironed every day because you're trying to blend it with the weave. And then we say we have heat damage. The word heat damage, I'm a little suspect on sometimes how we treat that word, but I tend to call it heat trained. The curl pattern has now become straight because of repeatedly using heat on it, whereby when I think of damaged hair, I think of breakage. Mm-hmm. I think of it being fragile and frail. So you can have heat damaged, or what they call heat damaged hair that's not breaking, but you have disturbed that natural curl pattern to the degree that it's not bouncing back. So when we're looking at that, if you're going to be straightening all the time and you don't want any chemicals, that's fine. But do know sometimes when you get caught in the rain or different things happen, that hair is going to go back to a less straighter state.
Right.
It may not go back to the total natural state, but it's going to go back to a less straighter state. For me, I want to be able to easily, detangle the hair. The relaxer helps my maintenance when it's wet. It's easier for me to detangle. I can blow dry it much easier, flat iron it, and it's good to go. So now, we have to think about lifestyle.
I love the way she put that, folks. She said a less straighter state, and that's a real professional way of putting it. It means it gets puffy. So when it starts getting that little crawl, when
those edges crawling.
Yeah, exactly.
But on a segment, we got something for those edges too. So you make sure you stay tuned for our upcoming episodes. Now, another point, over relaxing. Now, that was something that I would see a lot of, especially not just in the salon, but at home, where you will get the kit, your hair may be short, medium length, and you feel that you have to apply the relaxer from root to end. How often, how often should you relax when you relax?
I think if you are a person who wears relaxer consistently, I think 6 to 8 weeks is more than enough time for you to actually have new growth so that you are not overlapping, and relaxing hair that is previously relaxed.
Right.
Because I think that's how, that's one of the ways that relaxer has gained its very bad reputation. People are not applying it correctly. They're not allowing enough new growth to show, to show it rear its head, before you give yourself a touch-up. And, I mean, when you relax hair that's already relaxed, you're breaking more bonds. So the strand is a lot weaker, and it'll snap right off. And then some people I can remember, back in the 90s and early 2000s when people were wearing micro braids, they would actually give themselves a touch-up and then go get micro braids. Hello.
Not a good thing.
And
nobody has any edges now.
The hair couldn't take it. It was too much weight. It really was too much weight.
And something I want to actually speak to in the question you mentioned, relaxing from root to end. That's not just over relaxing, like Rebecca said. That's totally improper relaxing. You're overlapping. A lot of times, another reason relaxers get a bad rep is because of improper application. Mm-hmm. It is not the chemical by itself that did it. It is the chemical, being applied improperly, different from the instructions. You don't do a pull through.
Right.
That's just improper application to do a pull through each time you relaxed or on a regular basis, period. You're going to break down that hair too much. And then we say, well, the hair is not growing or relaxer, took out my hair. In that case, relaxer did not take out the hair. The improper use of the relaxer took out the hair.
Exactly.
And I wholeheartedly agree that overprocessing was huge, as well as too much, too often, processing, incorrect application, all of those things did definitely contribute to the bad rep and a lot of the problems that customers did receive or achieve when they were doing relaxers. So we're going to look at giving relaxers a second chance.
And I do mine about every
8 to 12 weeks.
8 to 12 weeks.
Right, and it depends on your texture.
Exactly.
Yeah, different textures, and that was something else I was going to bring up too. Back in the earlier days, there was a lot less options for different types of relaxer, meaning the strengths. Our hair, everybody has different curl patterns. Everybody has different textures. You have people that have more than one texture throughout throughout their entire head. You have people who may have a really coarse texture in the middle and around their nape and their edges. It might be fine. So you have to kind of analyze your client's scalp before you just go in with the relaxer that you use on everybody. Everybody can't use the same. So, all relaxers should not be created equal because all of our hair is not created equal.
Now, she did use the word client, so we're talking about going to the salon. What about the individual who really can't afford to go to the salon, but she wants to be relaxed? Do you suggest that maybe she save up her money to go to the salon for that particular visit and just do home maintenance? Or what is your input? Because I don't believe if relaxers come out, kids are going to be here. Mm-hmm. They're not going anywhere. So what do you think? Because people are going to try to do their hair at home.
I'll let you speak. I'm just not an advocate for relaxing your own hair. That is not something that I promote. I understand that there are at-home relaxer kits available to people who may want to do that. If you're going to do that, if you have to do that, I recommend going with the lowest strength available. Maybe a texturizer. You don't need a full-blown relaxer because the thing about it is that even applying a virgin relaxer, that is where you apply from root to tip. It's difficult for you to do that on your own in the amount of time that is allotted for it not to damage your hair.
Right.
So that's why I'm not an advocate for it. But if you have to, just get the lowest strength you can possibly get. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with a lot of at-home relaxers. But, I try to tell people just save your money and get it done professionally.
I agree. When we're talking about every 6 to 12 weeks, just go ahead and get that professionally done. Because one thing about doing your own head, even with the kits, and I'm not against kits, you cannot see over your own head. So there are always going to be areas that are possibly under-processed and some that may be over-processed and some may be processed just right. But we really can't tell on our own head because it's not just putting the relaxer on. It's evenly smoothing the relaxer throughout the hair. So once again, the application is really important because what we're advocating here is healthy hair. It's not whether you're natural or whether you're relaxed. The bottom line is what creates healthy hair.
And that's true. And I know we have individuals who will try to take that mirror and turn around and try to do the back and all of that and think they're going to see, you're still going to miss a spot.
Yeah.
So,
or they call themselves feeling their way through, but I can feel it. But you still can't tell. Like Rebecca said, there are different textures within your head. How do you know if all of the textures have been smoothed equally? It is much easier for someone that's standing over you to be able to see that. And a stylist they should know what to look for in that smoothing process.
Right, because even in the application, you don't necessarily start in the same area.
Exactly.
It's not like I said, all heads are not created equal. So, of course, your technique cannot be the same for every particular client. So it has to change. Sometimes you may need to start in the center. Sometimes you may need to start at the nape. You never want to start at your edges, but, that's a whole nother training technique. Again, just go get it done professionally.
Yes. Next, we're going to talk about products. Miss Bernita, your hair always looks fabulous. When I did have a relaxer, I tried to get my hair to look exactly like hers.
I'm kidding.
So, Bernita, let's talk about the products you use to keep your hair healthy.
Okay. I use different products for two reasons. One reason is what we do here at Jordan's is basically give thumbprint recommendations depending on what's going on with your hair. So in order for us to do that, we need to try a lot of the products and we need to use it to see what type of results we'll be able to achieve on different textures of hair. So we brought out some of my favorites and to shampoo on a regular basis because the hair cream that I may use on a daily basis, especially if I'm pulling it back into a ponytail, I don't like to use just gel. If I use gel, like if it's almost touch-up time and I need a little extra hold, I will use gel, but I'm going to use hair cream first as a protective barrier before putting that gel on. So when it's time to shampoo, that means I have, we call them surfactants. We have agents that build up on the hair. So we want to get all of that off so that we can, the conditioner can penetrate properly into the strand. So my favorite cleansing shampoos are Detox and Preeminent Cleanse. Preeminent Cleanse is a low sulfate cleansing shampoo. So you have not a whole lot of extra agents. The hair is not going to be mushy. It's not going to be squeaky like you have taken everything off, but it's not going to be that mushy feel. So you're actually cleansing the strands. The Detox work the same way. It cleanses the strand really well without stripping everything off. Did I put the wrong one up front? I'm sorry. This is the Detox. Thank you, Lorraine. So these are the two that I use for cleansing. If you want to go back in, and I don't necessarily use them at the same time, I might use Detox one time and Preeminent another time. And the reason for that, too, is sometimes when you use the same product repeatedly, the hair gets used to it. Mm-hmm. So when you kind of break it up and use things different, it gives your hair an opportunity that whenever you use the product, you'll get better results. If I want to go in with a moisturizing shampoo, love Naked. They have two. They have a honey and almond, and they have a moisture repair. The moisture repair is sulfate free, so those who do not want sulfates in their shampoo, you do have the moisture repair. But I like both, the honey and almond and the moisture repair. When I go to condition, my conditioners of choice, once again, depends on what's going on with the hair. If, let's say if I have rotted the hair and I've used clip-ins, well, those clip-ins sometimes make that scalp a little, tender. Mm-hmm. I may use the Centonics Repair Therapy. Centonics Repair Therapy is excellent for the scalp. You get that tingling sensation, and it also soothes the scalp. If you're having any problems with dandruff and things like that, which I've been blessed not to have that as an issue, but it works for that too. So I like this one depending on what's going on with the scalp. The Intensify is an excellent moisturizing conditioner. You can use it without heat and it will still penetrate. And if you're natural, it works wonderful if you're steaming. If you have a steamer and you're doing a steam treatment, I've had people over and over tell me how they love it. So this is one that's excellent for steam. And I also like it when I'm in the shower. I don't have to get out because the steam of the shower can actually help to penetrate the conditioner. And last but not least, if it's really dry and I need some extra, I use Moisture Sheen. It's a little bit heavier and it actually helps when, and I pay attention to the ends. When I condition, I don't just put it in. I make sure the ends are well conditioned too. So these are my three choices. And last but not least, when I get ready to style.
My favorite.
The wet hair, I don't care if I'm roller setting. I don't care if I'm blow drying. Whatever I'm doing, Preeminent, this is the bomb. It softens and it helps me to comb through the hair even easier. And I can dry it and keep going. I don't have to put a lot of oil sheen on the hair because it shines. What we're looking, healthy hair should shine before you put all these extra polishers and oil sheens and all of that. And it also serves as a protector, a heat protector also. So those are my favorites.
Yeah, that Preeminent does make your hair really, really, really shiny.
I think she just about covered it.
Okay, Rebecca, I know you deal with transitioning because you like to go abroad and come back home. And
really, this girl is out of the country.
Relax and go back to natural. What products do you suggest for individuals who are transitioning?
So if you are transitioning and you are a client or a person who likes to wear your hair straight more than your naturally curly state, I, for cleansing, recommend... I'm sorry, no, that's the wrong one. This is the conditioner. I recommend the Hydrating by Keracare because it allows the hair to stay moisturized depending on your curl type. Most of the curlier textures can be dry. It's a lot easier to, I would say, to manage your hair when it's got a little bit more moisture in it. So I would not recommend you doing the cleansers as much if you like to try to maintain it on your own. And, but if you get some product buildup, of course, don't hesitate on getting the first lather, the sulfate-free first lather by Keracare. We don't have that on the table, but we'll show you that at a later time.
Most definitely, we'll get a picture of it.
But like I said, if you have a drier texture, I definitely recommend the Hydrate and Detangle It. It makes it so much easier for you to manage on your own. You can comb through it. It detangles really nicely, and it leaves your hair nice and soft. And you can follow it up with the Humecto conditioner. And then you can go ahead and either blow dry and whatever else, however else you want to style it. But I have a lot of long and short hair, so I don't have a lot of in between. My clients either have really long hair or really short hair. This, preeminent. Let me go ahead and model it for you guys.
It's the bomb.
It is everything. I said I don't know what the formula is, but I just pray to God that it does not change. Because this works on every hair type. I mean, whether you have loose curls or you have really tight curls, this you could straighten your hair. You could blow dry. You can mold it. I mean, I have short girls that are natural, don't have any relaxer, but they wear their hair just as short as mine. You can mold it down with this. It's not going to curl up. It's not going to crunch up. It doesn't flake. You can use as much of it. It's
you
some
don't
of
get
these.
A buildup.
Yeah, you don't get a buildup. Some of the foams, you have to be careful how much of it that you use because it'll become flaky. It'll have that buildup on it afterwards. Mm-hmm. None of that happens with the preeminent foam. So I put that on my long hair clients for like a protector. Thermal protect, and I can blow dry them after that. I can put it on my short girls, and I go ahead and mold them, and I curl and style as normal after that. Don't have to use a whole lot of product afterwards.
Exactly.
And I love that because most of my clients love their hair free flowing. They don't like stiff and oily hair. They have naturally oily hair, some of them, so that allows me to use less product in the end, and it still shines very beautifully. And this product is my go-to for everything. So go get you some. Jordan's Beauty Supply.
Hello. Rebecca also says she does these rods sets of natural hair.
I do
have to go by
all
there
of
and edit it because since I've become natural, I've become laid back with my hair. I don't even use a comb often. And it's terrible to say, but I just finger comb it through. So
it's the blessing of having natural hair. I couldn't
definitely,
do that.
I will check it out. Now, the great part about all of these items, folks, they can be purchased at JordanBeautySupply.com. If it's anything that you don't see at JordanBeautySupply.com, give us a call at 773-734-6268. We are here Tuesday through Fridays from 9 to 6, Saturdays from 8 to 3 to answer your questions as far as the products are concerned and what you may not see on our website. So please give us a call if it's something that you don't see on our website. And all of these products are available at JordanBeautySupply.com. I would like to thank...
Can I say one last thing?
Yes.
I just want to say, what you see today on my edges area, I don't necessarily need edge gel all the time. I could use hair cream. I used to love Proline Perm Repair. Yeah. But the Perm Repair is discontinued. And this is the closest, even though this is made for natural hair, this is the Monoi Anti-Breakage Perfecting Cream. And I use this just a little bit. We think the more the merrier. On the edges, or if I'm doing a ponytail before I'm putting gel in, when the hair is dry, if I'm just doing it for the day, I put this on first, then I'll put a little gel to hold it down, and it really helps because we're not trying to, we want to make sure the hair remains healthy. So products like this, and like I say, you would need more if you're doing a ponytail, but if you're just putting a little around the edges to keep from dryness, I love this stuff too, you all. I just had to...
Now, do you call a little a pea size, a nickel size, a quarter size?
Probably
because some people
size.
do a little dab on there and wonder why it don't work. You didn't use enough.
Okay, when I'm doing my edges,
right.
I do a little dab all the way around. I don't take one dab and just, do the whole thing. All the way around, maybe about 3 dabs on this side and 2 dabs on that side, and I just take my brush and I brush it in.
A natural bristle brush.
Yes, natural boar bristle. No, I'm not using a nylon brush on that one. Now, if you're natural, that's a little different. You might need a harder brush. But I'm using a boar bristle brush. It's a firm boar bristle, but it is a boar bristle brush. Generally, boar bristle brushes are known to be a little bit better for the hair in regards to the healthiness of the hair and laying it down.
At home they use toothbrushes.
Yeah, you can use your toothbrush. Okay, you can.
But they do.
That's soft,
They really
though.
do.
I mean, that's not really hard. So the toothbrush is fine.
They actually have those little edge brushes
yeah,
like
I was
now
gonna
in
say,
If
the
you
beauty
don't
supply
see the
stores,
toothbrush
too,
on
so.
our website, just give me a call.
You can. I'm just saying
Colgate
that's what
special.
you already have. You can.
Oh my God, this has been so much fun. And once again, I would love to thank my awesome guest, Rebecca,
Anytime.
stylist extraordinaire, professional model, as well as Miss Bernita of JordanBeautySupply.com. I would like to also thank JordanBeautySupply.com for sponsoring our segment of Here and Now, the show. And once again, please take a moment out and click on the subscribe button as well as that little bell, the alert button, so that you can get future notifications of our postings. Thanks a lot. Now, we're finna go hang out, y'all. So you might see us, around in the coffee shop, Starbucks, or girl, what you got taste for?
Some holiday eggnog.
Holiday eggnog. Go ahead,
Yes.
girl. I love it in you. The virgin form of that holiday eggnog. Thanks a lot, guys, and we look forward to seeing you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.